Hello everyone, this is Joseph Lucier here for our weekly Tongren session. For people that are new to us, let me explain distance healing, which has been verified to be around 3,000 years plus of history, and Ayurvedic medicine and different places have used distance healing. My name is Joseph Lucier, and we will offer for everyone, please get a session, add in your specific request into the chat wherever you are. It could be YouTube, it could be Tongren Station Facebook, Anusara Wellness Facebook, or even my website, anusarawellness.com. So we give everyone a healing session of the technology of the healing service medicine of Tongren. So we're happy to see you. We're happy to be of service to help you. We ask that you put in your details, and also if you're here before, let us know if you're doing better, worse, or the same, if you're making progress. And as always, we can answer lots of your questions, talk about interesting topics like electroculture. This is a coil surrounded by a crystal. So all kinds of neat stuff every week. But of course, we always include our very own personal biophoton field. So, and there we go. So let's begin. And if you're here, Esther, as well, I'll make sure that I get all your requests, but if you could also put it in the chat as well, and I don't want to miss anything. So, happy mama. Sherry, please send Chi for perfect blood, lymph, and a strong immune system. That's good for everyone. Perfect blood means perfect blood creation, which is from the bone marrow. So let's begin. I teach this. In fact, I teach a class in Tongren coming up in just a few weeks. So if you want to learn more about doing Tongren yourself, or doing it as a practice with some technologies that we use like we are using tonight, feel free to join us at our workshop. We tap just to focus. It's not about the doll or the hammer itself. It's about focusing our intention. And if you're not aware, our intention can transport information by way of biophotons. Everything is photons and biophotons. Everything is light. So perfect blood. Blood flow to the brain. Excuse me. So we do it in three-part processes. We do a general tune-up to increase what we call the brain-wound connection opportunities. So initialize or reboot the brain. That's always good. TV 19, 20, 21, 22. Initialize the biochemical communication and the bioelectrical communication. Then the command points of the brain stem, including the medulla mercy and the lungs. TV 17, CRV point, cardiac, respiratory, and vasculatory center. And welcome to Joanna, Dorothy, Lauren, Sherry, Catherine. Yep, the flu is going around. I think it's even showing up as positive on the COVID tests. Remember, coronaviruses, which are the same thing for flu and for COVID, they're pretty much everywhere now. And identifying them as COVID is kind of a stretch because the entire population was exposed or injected with them. And those are spike proteins and other things. Let's work blood flow, nerve flow, and bones. Perfect blood, lymph, T3. So T1, T3, and strong immune system, T1 to T8. TV17 for the medulla, T1, 2, and 3 for the lungs for Catherine. Additional for the lungs, Chinese medicine, lung 1, lung 2. But especially T3 for the lungs, TV17 for the medulla, T1 to T8 for the inflammation. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. Usually we do it in 3-part process. That's how I teach it. And our goal with the workshop is as soon as it's done, you can do it yourself. You just need the tools. They are now in stock. So next we'll do some more for the bones and the bone marrow and the craniosacral fluid. But let's work for Laura, calm mind, and short-term memory loss and recovering from bad flu and COVID for everyone. Blood flow to the brain. So we focus on GB13. In Chinese, that is the Ban Shen, or original spirit, or connecting to our true selves to give us a calm mind and much abundance. GB13 and in Tong, third eye, also connecting to our true selves and much abundance as well. So, memory. The 3 blood flows to the brain: carotid artery, vertebral artery, and occipital artery. So my mom got the flu, tested positive actually for COVID. We got through it in about a week. We used NAC, high dose liposomal vitamin C, zinc, quercetin, vitamin D3. So the 3 blood supplies, the memory loss, GB13 left side and right side. And now for the flu and inflammation for everyone and the strong immune system, T1 to T8. So how is everyone doing today? Having a great week. Some of you probably had snow. T1 to T8. For those of you that are not familiar with that lingo, T1 is the thoracic. We have the cervical, thoracic, lumbar, and sacral and tailbone. 5 sections. It's basically a big spring. T1 to T8, including the spleen, the sinuses, and grounding. CV17 for the breathing, for the flu, and others. Great to see you, Joanna, Dorothy. Hey, Esther. Thank you for chiming in. And Esther, pain, bladder, nerves, because I didn't write it down. It's still on my phone. My phone is doing the other thing, but I don't want to miss anything that you request. Hopefully that remedy, I think it's called 430, is helping. Let me know too if that's helping. So let's continue on. Okay, let's continue. Deb for TBI. Dorothy, macular degeneration. Definitely do Qigong for the eyes. Master Go. Blood flow to the brain and TBI. GB13 right side. Left side. Loose teeth, receding gums. Did you try the natural smile stuff? Let me know if that's working. Command points of the brain, command points of the brain stem. So always for the thyroid, as long as you're not on medication, take sea vegetables, but even if you're on medication, take sea vegetables, except for kelp. Sea vegetables are your friend, the highest mineralizing and alkalizing foods on this planet. So let's start to work for macular degeneration. Vein health would be good as a supplement for constipation. Globalhealing.com colon cleanse. I do this by group. In fact, we have it coming up February 27. We've got, I think, 20 people so far that will be in a group setting for a colon cleanse, which will solve constipation for sure. And cataracts, always put castor oil on the outside. If you have fresh, organic, cold-pressed, refrigerated, dark bottle castor oil, you can put a drop on the eye itself, or just on the eye, outside on the eyelid. And remember, NAC drops for cataracts, the book, The Cure for Cataracts, or the Cataract Cure, I should say. C6, C7, C2, 2, C1, 2, and 3 also for TBI, the blood flow. C3, 4, 5 for loose teeth, receding gums. C6, C7 for thyroid and mental confusion. GB13 right side and left side. And activate the whole spine. You're welcome, Deb. Good to see you. Hearing loss as well. C3, nerve flow, blood flow, facial artery, and the ouch point for the ears, and the cranial nerves, vestibulocardiac nerves for the ears. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. From a Tongren perspective, we work on the lumbosacral plexus for constipation. Okay. So who here had snow? Anybody? Alrighty. For Kelly, breast cancer, last chemo treatment of the week, Christmas week. So for anyone with cancer, listen closely. The best things are the Esiac tea. If you're at access, then Mendazole, which is a simple, almost herb-like supplement, mistletoe, or Esiac in aloe vera. There are many choices. And for platelets, count stayed up this time around, so no blood transfusion required. Let's focus on that. Bone marrow, platelets. Is that right? Platelets like plates. Blood flow to the brain. Work on metabolism and constipation for Helia. Breast cancer, DIM, D-I-M, which stands for a very long word. Cruciferous vegetables concentrate, known to balance out hormones. Anyone with cancer, I highly recommend broccoli sprouts. T1 to T8, but especially T1 for the platelets. The bone marrow. And then we'll work for perfect blood and for platelet support for everyone. Definitely do clay baths, binders, foot soaks for detox from the chemo. Start on the SECT immediately. Qigong for the eyes for Kim, Master Go. Vein Health, Hawthorn Berry support. You had snow, but it melted. Storm coming on weekend. Probably us the same. All our snow is gone. Approaching February. Good thing there's no global warming. Macular degeneration we worked on, C3, and the eyes for the ouch point, also for the eyes and cataracts. Working on the spleen for the blood as well to support the platelet count staying up. And for Kim, continued healing, good luck. Seeing shadows, that means you can see light. C3 for the eyes, ouch point for the eyes. Definitely do Qigong or biophoton generators around your eyes. Thyroid issues can't get under control. Blockage C6, C7, let's focus on that. C6, C7, and for metabolism, for Helia, the pituitary GV20. Pituitary, hypothalamus, thalamus, crystal palace. And we'll do craniosacral fluid for Mumashari, platelets for cattle, for Kelly, GV 19, 20, 21, 22. Blood flow, nerve flow, from craniosacral fluid down to the brainstem for Augustina and Santino. Our friends from South America, GB17. We'll also include Drew. Blood flow, nerve flow. The eyes, also for everyone, macular degeneration, and the eyes, Chinese medicine support, the liver, T9 right side. Constipation, blood flow, T7, T11, T12, the microbiome, L4, L5, the microbiome, and the nerve flow, lumbosacral plexus for the constipation as well. But ozonated magnesium oxide overnight is really the best. Our program's in about two, actually. It's 2 weeks from tonight. Yep. Kickoff meeting 7:30. Or just email me and I can send you a recommendation to solve that right away for you. And grounding CV4 extra for the constipation, ouch point for the eyes and the detached retina, reattached retina I should call it. Does anybody use electroculture in your gardens? Coils and antennas? It's pretty neat stuff. Ouch point for the eyes. Focus on the retina. Optic nerves. GV789 for Kim. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. So we've chosen a time for the 4-part test biophoton, because we are doing Tesla biophoton Tongren right now. And we will continue to do this. This is a new enhanced Tongren, in my opinion. We've proved that being present with biophoton canisters or generators, it does enhance, and it makes sense. Okay. Empathetic user, I'm presuming that may be from Croatia. Okay, Collected Champion, that's an unusual name. Detox from smoke. Red blood cells, platelets. For years I called it platelets. That could be my Bostonian accent. So, but anyway, coconut pulling to. Okay, let's continue. Detox from smoke. The best detox is binders and clay. Mold, there are herbs for that. If you email me, I can send you the information. Chemical exposure causing lungs. Blood flow to the brain. And Katrina Carlson McBrearty. Mother Linda. Dementia. Father Philip. Prostate. Blood flow to the brain, and for everyone, hopefully you're sitting flat, feet on the floor, breathing in through the nose. Ideally, longer exhales and inhales. Anna Marie, you're talking, these are biophotons, which are biology or life photons, light. We have biophotons in our DNA. They travel by way of microtubules in our mitochondria. This is a biophoton mini generator. Within 3 feet, it generates the maximum amount of biophotons. By myself being immersed in this biophoton supply, and since our intention and Tongren is oftentimes mingled with the luminous ether of biophoton cosmic winds, we can enhance our session with this. Okay, so detox, T1 to T8. C3 for sinuses. T3 for the lungs, for detoxing. You definitely exercise those lungs. Breath retraining. And welcome, Tim. Good to see you. How you doing after today? Hope you're doing better. Look forward to getting that monitor that you're going to have. Get some rest. Be really hydrated. Good electrolytes, not just water. Maybe even add a dash of salt to that water to make sure you get all your electrolytes, your electricity of your body. Dash of sea salt. You're a chef. You know about those things. You probably have some on hand. Chemical exposures. So you need to detox from a liver, bitter herbs for the liver, clay for the overall detox of the entire body. T1 to T8 for the immune system and detoxification. T9 specifically for detox. T4, T9, detox skin and liver. For the broken right foot, definitely clay poultice. Symphytum homeopathics. Comfrey poultice. Cissus quadrangularis herbs for bone setting. Also known as Velt grape. Let's do some more detox. Lungs, lung 1, lung 2. CV17. Breathe in. Anna Marie is asking, can you give a lecture or a training on this? It is very interesting. Biophotons. This technology originated with the ideas of Tesla, confirmed by science in later years. There are different parallel technologies such as orgone, assemblers, and generators. Orgonites even, such as this, the layered technologies of orgone. And as you can see, this one also has a coil. Maybe you can see it. Layers create capturing of biophotons and photons, which may be in a specific range of ultraviolet light. So Anna Marie, do you have use of any light therapies or biophoton therapies, bioluminescence as it's called? T1 to T8 for the immune system, chemical exposure. Lung, T3, T1 to T8 for infections. For sinus infections, definitely sino-oregano. Sinus sanitation, it's got oregano and sea salt, sino-oregano, that will clean up your sinuses, that will stop that sending those infections to your lungs. For your lungs, do steam tents with oregano or lavender. Steam tents will bring the antibiotics all the way down to your lungs. So the two-part process will really help a lot. But let's also focus on the ouch point, the right foot. Bones, T1 for the foot. Craniosacral fluid for the bone marrow, for happy mama and all the bone issues. From the crystal palace to the brainstem, the T1. Sacrum 1 to 5, and tailbone 1 to 4. So let's work specifically on muscular dystrophy for Tim and atrial bundle in heart. So let's continue. We will work with muscular dystrophy. In many ways, that is a misfiring or miscommunication of cells. Blood flow to the brain. Brain command points. GB789, let's go right for the optic nerves. So if someone has had COVID or the shot, that can create heart issues because it can create what's called myocarditis, inflammation of the muscle of the heart, cardiac, and also the arteries can get blocked. There's a great test, CAC, the coronary artery calcium test, to see if you have inflammation or calcium in the arteries themselves. And winded going uphill, CV17. And hello, Caitlin, on Instagram. There we go. And Anna Marie, you're next. And then let me know. This biophoton technology is a great adjunct to any session. I also use it in my massage therapy sessions. People could use it in their acupuncture sessions. People could use it in conjunction with Reiki, of course, and Tongren. GB789, muscular dystrophy. Let's talk to the inner parts of the limbic system of the brain. Light therapy for DNA would be good for the brain and for the body. Biophotons, cellular regeneration. C5 for the T5 for the heart. CV17 for the heart. Lung 1, lung 2 for the breathing of the heart. So in general, you want to increase the lung capacity. And grounding to liver 3, kidney 1, but more for the muscular dystrophy. Bundle in the heart, CV17. The aortic artery, T7, T5 for the heart. PQQ is probably a good option. Create more healthy mitochondria with PQQ or kiwis, which I had for lunch. But that's another option. PQQ creates more quantity of mitochondria. Let's do craniosacral fluid also for muscular dystrophy. Cranial crystal palace. GB17. Tailbone 1 to 4. Okay. And Esther, did you add in here? We'll work with Esther right now for everything. Blood flow to the brain. And Anne-Marie, L4, L5. Yep, I had that L4, L5 through yoga, lower back posture training. I eliminated that finally, but especially yoga and an inversion table would be very helpful. Blood flow to the brain. And for Lynn, but let's go right to L4, L5. So blood flow T7 for the L4, L5, and nerve flow L4, L5 area. And let us know if the pain decreases. And biophotons transmit information, instructions from the DNA to the RNA to do stuff. So there is information in light, just as there is information in our intention with Tongren. And those are also subtle, weak energy force biophotons. And we don't want to forget Drew also. And Esther. T1 to T8 for pain for Esther. T1 to T8 for muscular dystrophy. Heart 1 was a key point today for Tim. Heart 1. Let's do Heart 1, spleen 6. GB39. Both of those medial and lateral above the ankle as well. So a request, tap for stomach bloating, so lots of fermented foods would be the key. Acid reflux, if you're on a medication that reduces your acid, it's not an excess of acid that you need to reduce. It's a shortage. And alkaline foods, green smoothies, green drinks, clay drinks, celery juice, all of those things. But T1 to T8 for any itis, diverticulitis. Umbilical hernia. L1 to L5. Let's do some more L4, L5 for Anna Maria. Have you heard that term before, Anna Maria? Biophotons. T1 to T8 for diverticulitis. So for Esther, S1 to S5 for the bladder, brachial plexus for the nerves for the hands. Blood flow, nerve flow, T7, lumbar 1 to 5 for Esther, and Drew, S1 to S5, cranial sacral fluid from the crystal palace to the tailbone, brachial plexus, lumbosacral plexus. Umbilical hernia, let's work directly. For everyone, we will do a complete lymph drainage tune-up. Is everybody ready? Sky window, so 6 parts for lymph drainage. Another thing about biophotonic energy, if you think of life, light, and plants, photosynthesis, the highest source of biophotonic energy is in wild harvested herbs. This is an interaction between the sun, the soil, and the air. So when you eat whole foods or raw foods, you get more biophotonic energy. You can also generate biophotons from breath work as well. So, sky window for the lymph drainage, axillary lymph for the lymph nodes, umbilical groin area, CV4 for the umbilical area, hernia, inguinal area, CV4 as well, and tonsils. Oh, I did not include tonsils. Congratulations, you still have tonsils. Good to see you, Lynn, on Thursdays. It's great. So that's a complete lymph drainage for everyone. And for those of you that never knew your tonsils, like myself, blood flow to the brain, and then C1 to C7, C3, 4, and 5. Tonsils are part of the immune system, should not be removed helter-skelter like that, as they were in my generation. People said you have swollen tonsils. That's correct, because that's what they do. They collect lymph and toxins and then send them to the lymph nodes. That's their job. That's normal. C3, 4, and 5. And for everyone, we will do an oxygen protocol as well. The phrenic nerve, other good evening sessions. Charlie Smigelski, great classes Mondays with Yvonne and Jacqueline. Those are awesome. Those are my top picks. King Charlie is on Saturday. And Monday night, I think it's at 6, 5:30 or 6. Maybe even 6:30. Yvonne and Jacqueline. And grounding for everyone. And for Drew, kidneys, bladder strength, lumbar sacral plexus, S1 to S5. And CV4 for everyone. The Jun Dantian. And grounding to level 3. Charlie, Monday morning at 9:30 Eastern Time. That's a great one. And I think Mondays. Sorry to see you go, Lauren, and take care. Liver 3 and kidney 1. Thank you for that information, Umashari. So everybody sit flat, feet flat on the floor, including me. We'll do a Qigong for everyone. Focus on your healing target. With your mind, you can add energy there, blood flow, Qi flow to that area. Mirfayera. So just breathe through the nose. Imagine a white light entering the area. As Rumi says, a wound is where the light and the healing enters the body. All right, everyone. Merveilleux, certainement. Omelette du fromage. There we go. But in all seriousness, thank you very much for joining. Be kind to one another. Positive energy is magnified by the heart of compassion, and we can spread that energy along with the Tongren healing energy to open the blockage and continue to work on different things to help us to do better, even with a little help from our friends with some biophotons. Thank you. It's my honor to be here. Namaste to all of you. Blessings, and have a great day. Thank you.